Welcome to Mindset Mike, where we teach you how to enhance your mindset and become the optimal leader of your life. My name is Claudia Ramirez. I am a mindset coach, inspirational speaker, and curriculum developer whose mission is to help you thrive and reach your ultimate potential. Let's turn on the Mindset Mike. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 13 of Mindset Mike. Why you need a vision board to manifest success. I am thrilled to have you here today because in this episode, we're going to talk about one of my favorite things, which is vision boards and visualization. And I'm going to tell you what a vision board is, how mine are different, and why this works in your life. First and foremost, I grew up in a world where they were called dream boards, dream boards, dream boards, dream boards. And I realized like a dream board is a dream. It stays a dream. I just look at it. It's like, oh, it would be nice to have that, but I'm never going to accomplish it. So I went ahead and changed the word dream to vision, and I would call it vision board, vision board, vision board. I even did master classes around this, and people were completely mind blown about the word vision board. Wow, so clever, so innovative. That just makes sense. And then I realized there's a whole world out there that calls it a vision board. And I was being anything but, I guess, innovative. In my world, I was, but I guess not in the world in general. So whether you hear dream board or vision board, it's the same thing, but people call it differently. And I personally, like I said, I call it vision board because I believe that dreams stay dreams and visions become a reality. My first vision board I made about 10 years ago. It was the most expensive thing I could have imagined. And I'm going to tell you why. In university or college in the US, basically you pay for all of these services up front. I don't know how it is in other countries. That's why I'm clarifying where I was. And my parents had paid about $800 for print credits. Basically, you can print out and you have a limited amount, but it's quite large, the amount of things that you can print out. And if it's black and white, it's 1 credit, and if it's in color, it's 5 credits. And I had, I kid you not, about 700 credits left. And I thought, I've got to use them. I mean, the money's going to waste. And I had already written down all of my goals because I'm very big on, goal setting and all that good stuff. I know where I'm going. We make things happen around here, okay? I like structure. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to make this vision board. And I brought it to life and I printed so many images, all in color. So the money did not go to waste. It was invested in my future via a vision board, which it was on a trifold. I put it on one of those science fair trifolds, and I had it on there for a long time, and then I just cut the images off, and I had them with me, and when I would move from one apartment to another, one city to another even, I would keep that with me, and I would put it in different places, and it really worked. I saw that it was making a difference in my life, but I wasn't in a world where people had dream boards. Now, at the beginning, I will be honest, it was just cutouts. I went online and I would look up all these things that I wanted from living in Houston. Back in the day, Houston was like, wow, a big city for me. I wanted to live there, or traveling around the world, or meeting the love of my life, and all these other things like different destinations. One really big one was being a champion with my team for a conference. And I had a picture of, those championship rings that you get in the US. And I had found somebody from my school, a past runner, who had shared a photo. And for some reason, it was on Google. And I had it on my vision board. I don't even know who the person is. I just saw, her hand with the rings on there. All these things I would put on there to visualize what my life could be. And I was probably, totally out there for other people, or maybe it just wasn't the most common thing, but it made me feel really good. And that is something that I wanted to share with you because I've had one for 10 years. And let me tell you one thing, I have improved my skill set or the way that I make them throughout the years. I don't make a new one every single year, but there was a time where I completely changed my strategy. And then it became like it's game over in the best way possible. Like I said, at the beginning, it was cutouts, printouts, all this stuff. And then I started thinking about wait, I have enough education and knowledge about the mind and how we work and our conscious mind and our subconscious mind and our thoughts and our words and our beliefs and our paradigms. So I'm going to put this to use. And I decided to create vision boards or vision board images in a way that there isn't any way that my mind is going to have a fraction of a doubt that that is happening. This is why it's so important to put yourself in your vision board. Get yourself in there. Why? Because once you see yourself, you cannot unsee yourself. It happens in every area of life. Perhaps whenever we imagine not ideal things happening to us, not ideal things happen to us. And we keep thinking, oh man, it's like, I can't catch a break. And it just keeps going and going and going and going. Well, you keep picturing that. So you keep attracting that. You don't get what you want, you get what you picture. Picture the life that you are going to live 1 month down the road, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Picture that and attract that instead of focusing on what we don't want. And whenever you have an image, it becomes crystal clear because it's now in your face. For me, I have attracted things like now from in the past 10 years, from the championship to being an All American. I wanted to be an All American, All American, All American. I was never an All American. And I have friends who are All Americans and they deserve every bit of that title. For me, I was an academic All American. I was great at school and I was decent in other things, but I wasn't the only All American. So, hey, God gave me my own little mix of something. I was an academic All American. I'll take it. We manifested it. I work around the world. I live in different time zones, essentially. I lived in Dubai. I attracted the most wonderful location where I lived in Dubai. And the way that that happened was absolutely surreal. I knew 2 years prior to moving to Dubai that I was going to be there. And I didn't know how. I was a teacher. I've shared the story with you. I was a teacher in Houston. The two people, the two sides of me, the before and after didn't make any sense. And I said, I'm going to live there. I'm going to work there. And I made it all over my vision board. And before I moved there, the year before, I actually wanted to skydive in Skydive Dubai, which is one of the top locations in the world. And no trips planned or anything. Trip came up. I went skydiving in Dubai. And then I was like, wow, this really works. This is doing something. And so then I made sure to add all the pictures of me living and experiencing Dubai the way that I wanted to. And believe me when I tell you, I got exactly what I wanted and more. And I really believe that in a time when, come on, the odds were against me, it felt like it was too good to be true. It's too out there. It's too far fetched. The world is telling you that. Your reality is telling you that. But your mind is saying, no, it can happen. Remember, you saw yourself on that photo? You've seen yourself already. So now you can go accomplish it. And that is what a vision board does. It makes it rock solid in your mind of, yes, this is happening. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of it manifesting in my reality in a matter of time, but it's already manifesting. It's already on the way into my life. That is what it does. Meeting the love of my life. I don't like saying that because I don't ever want to pressure him or pressure myself. But I don't like pressure. I don't like expectations. I just love enjoying life and just doing life. But yeah, meeting the love of my life and in the most wonderful way. I mean, our story is quite literally like a rom-com. And it's one of those things that was on the vision board, on my goal of lists. I mean, on my list of goals, all those things. And so, what could that be for you? How could that be different for you? What is it that you seek in your life that you could think, man, if I could really just envision myself, I have a difficult time. Why it's going to work is that you are going to create a bridge from where you are right now to where it is that you are going. The like the I am right here and I want to make this jump, but that doesn't make sense. It's really hard to envision myself whenever all this baloney is happening around me. A vision board is going to help you. visualization is going to help you. It's going to be very strong. It's going to strengthen and fortify what you already have in those dreams and those goals. I always say dreams, goals, visualization. People go from dreams, goals, taking action, and then they wonder why they give up or why they struggle and they kind of have to start over or they just never get to the finish line. It's because you're missing that middle step. It's dreams, turn to goals, visualize those goals, take action on those goals, and it's going to come to reality. Don't miss that middle step. Think of it as that pyramid. It's the top, it's the strong point, it's the middle. Visualization and vision boards go hand in hand. And that is what it's going to do for you. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. That is why my vision board course, and if you're watching on YouTube, my vision board is right behind here. That is why vision boards work. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. You couldn't convince me that I wasn't going to be working at the beach in Dubai with my laptop in a bikini. You couldn't convince me of that. And the world said, Claudia, you were going to stay with your parents 2 months. You've been there 7. Claudia, you said, I'm like, calm down. My vision board is telling me otherwise. And I don't say the words my vision board, but for me, I believe this is what's going to be up there. Now, the last thing I want to share before we end this episode about vision boards and why it's so strong is that it's so important for you to know exactly what it is that you want in your life. One of the main reasons why people don't make a vision board is because they aren't clear on what they want, which is why I wanted to break that barrier down. Just let's knock it over. In my vision board, see it created. What I like to do is we don't start off with the vision board. I tell you all the good stuff about it and other things that you already know that I'm telling you here, or that the whole reason why you want to get the course. However, I start off with goal setting. Hey, let's make sure that we have your 101 goals, which I teach with my one on one clients or in my course Run With It. I want to make sure that you have that base for that. It's different types of goals in different areas of your life, and I explain everything there. If you're struggling with that, I provide one on one ideas to visualize, and I get deep into the nitty gritty of your life. Not just the surface of, I want to have a very nice car and a very fancy house. No, we're going to get into the deep, deep, deep layers of visualization. And you're going to be able to have that resource for 101 ideas to visualize. So you can have your goals and then you can implement these on the side or combine them, whatever the case may be. Also, you're going to get vision board templates where you're going to get certain ideas to start creating your images. Because, yes, a lot of times you write down your goals, but then you leave it at that because, oh, yeah, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. And here, because it is a 7 or 8 part course, it carries you through. And then in one of the parts, you're already reminded of, hey, on this photo, I want you to add a photo of one of these goals that you have. And on this photo, let's add another one of these goals. And I give you specific instances and specific examples for you to say, oh, yeah, I know exactly what I want to place in there, instead of like, oh, wait, which one should I add? I don't know. Oh, wait, let me just come back to it. And then I never do. I never make a vision board. And that's why it doesn't work for me. So that is one thing that I like about See It Created. And then, of course, you have the whole vision board process, what to do whenever, how to make it in the very detailed way that I like to make it, from A to Z, everything in there, 1, 2, 3, and all the things. And then afterwards, how to print it, how to board it, where to place it. I also included alternatives and modifications for people who are visually impaired and or people who want alternative methods of visualization. Okay, maybe you don't have your vision board with you all the time and you still want to visualize and you still want this to work for you. I have implemented that into See It Created, as well as action taking. What are the next steps to not leave it as a vision board? What are the next steps to make this a reality? So every single one of my coaching clients, People in my course run with it. Obviously, the ones who enrolled to see it created a vision board to get excited about your future. I've been hired to do master classes, workshops. I had a one on one client who submitted a request for a trademark for her business. And she said, wow, it was in my vision board. The lawyer got back to me and said, hey, you got approved right away. You didn't have any bumps on the road. That's not very normal, but we'll take it. Let's wait a couple more months. If nobody else comes forward about the trademark issues, the legalities around it, then it's yours. But this is, wow, that was very smooth. She had been waiting to do this for 3 years. She decided to do it, and then it all happened in 2 months right away, whenever it's a process that takes a longer time. And she showed me the official document and the one on the vision board, and they were exactly the same. Now, it's not just about making a vision board. It's also about believing in the vision board. It's about seeing the vision board. It's not about letting it become white noise to your eyes. It's about seeing it and knowing what it represents in your life, what you're working towards. If we're talking about manifesting success, whatever that success looks like for you, I told you in the last episode, success can be anything because it's individual and personalized to you. That success is already here. And now you're just working to create it. I have never had the desire of doing some things. And I know people who do wonderful jobs doing that. Why? Because that is their dream, not mine. My dream is different to other people's. And so, whenever you have this vision board, know that these ideas and these images that you have in your mind are 100% justified and valid because God wouldn't put something in your mind that it's not destined for you. And that is why I am so passionate about vision boards, because we are creating, once again, that bridge that is going to connect us to where we're going. Think about it. If there is a river and it's a foggy day, and you're thinking, I need to get across, but I can't find the way, it is so foggy, you become discouraged, you can become frazzled, you can become anxious, you can become helpless, you feel like you want to give up. But if you know it's foggy and you know there's a river, but then you know there's a bridge and you step on the bridge and you follow that bridge, even if it's still foggy, foggy being the reality, foggy being the messiness of life, foggy being the fact that sometimes we're very hard on ourselves. Sometimes our reality says you can't make it. Those two and two doesn't add up. All of that, that bridge connects it. That bridge helps you cut through the fog, AKA visualization and that vision board. So, yes, give yourself the time to make a vision board. If there's one thing that you do at the end of this year to close out this year, make a vision board. If there's one thing you take away from my podcast, from listening here, from showing up for yourself, is make a vision board. Believe me, it's where I started. I had no idea what I was doing. All I knew was that there were some personal development books out there. I had gone to some conferences and somebody said the word vision board or dream board at the time, and I wanted to see what it could do in my life. And believe me, it has changed my life forever. It's been 10 years. I am not the same person. I am visionary, and I am so proud of what something so simple can do in your life. So I encourage you once again to do it because, as you can tell, it's something that could really help you manifest so many things in all those great things in life. But I hope this episode has been helpful. Once again, remember code BDAY30 until October 31st. Use it now and do me a favor, share with one person that you know you would love to make a vision board with. Maybe you guys can tag team. You each get your own membership and then you can do it together. Check in with each other. Accountability is also great. And of course, you have access to me whenever you do this. But I believe in you. Don't forget to be the optimal leader of your life. Sending you all the love in the world. Make a vision board, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.